The future of Manchester United remains uncertain as the Glazers refuse to sell the club. Atalanta in turmoil, Manchester United seize opportunity to sign Ademola Lookman. 75 million euros, Premier League striker could elevate Zirkzee and Hojlund. 18-year-old star rejects Manchester United, prioritizes reunion with coach Arne at Liverpool. The Glazers continue to insist they will not sell Manchester United despite the club's financial crisis and mounting fan protests. Despite facing intense opposition from supporters and the club's deteriorating financial situation, the Glazer family remains adamant about not selling the club. Recently, when asked by Sky Sports about the possibility of leaving Old Trafford, Avram Glazer simply responded, "No." This statement once again dashed fans' hopes for a change in ownership, even though there had been rumors that the Glazers were open to new investors. Since acquiring Manchester United in 2005 through a leveraged buyout, the Glazers have turned the club into a debt machine. According to the latest figures, the Red Devils have paid over £1 billion in interest over the past 2 decades. This season alone, United has spent £37 million on interest payments. Currently, the club's debt remains at a staggering £516.5 million, while a series of poor decisions continue to push the team into further turmoil. The frequent hiring and firing of head coaches and sporting directors highlight the Glazers' poor management. Manchester United, currently sitting 15th in the Premier League, spent £14.5 million to dismiss Erik ten Hag and sporting director Dan Ashworth just months after extending their contracts. Additionally, the club has endured a decade of failed player transfers, further destabilizing its financial situation. In response, the Manchester United Supporters Trust, MUFC, has criticized the Glazers' leadership. Manchester United generates some of the highest revenue in world football, yet the club is still in financial trouble. The main reasons are enormous interest payments and more than a decade of poor management, a MUFC representative stated. They also opposed ticket price increases, arguing that this was not the solution to the club's financial struggles. Even after selling a 25% stake to Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, the Glazers still control the club with a 69% ownership share. Their focus remains primarily on the business side of the club. However, if United continues to decline both on and off the pitch, fan pressure may intensify. The big question is whether the Glazer family can hold on much longer, or if they will eventually be forced to sell when they can no longer maintain control. The upcoming summer transfer window will be a crucial milestone in Ruben Amorim's squad rebuild at Manchester United. With this season almost written off due to a series of disappointing results, the Red Devils need a major overhaul. According to Fabrizio Romano, one of United's transfer targets is getting closer to leaving his club, and that player is Atalanta's Ademola Lookman. United, currently sitting 15th in the Premier League standings, have been monitoring Lookman since last summer and reignited their pursuit in January 2025. The Nigerian winger is seen as an ideal fit for the number 10 role in Ruben Amorim's 3-4-2-1 system. Romano provided an update. The plan remains for Ademola Lookman to leave Atalanta this summer. Atalanta will try to clarify the situation with head coach Gasperini in the next 24 hours, but that won't change the plans that were already set last summer. This transfer will happen this year. The main reason Lookman is unlikely to stay at Atalanta is his public fallout with head coach Gian Piero Gasperini. The Italian manager made extremely harsh statements about Lookman, creating an irreparable rift between the two. From a tactical perspective, Lookman is a perfect fit for Amorim's system. However, his dispute with Gasperini raises concerns about his professionalism. While Gasperini may have been too harsh, Lookman's decision to respond publicly rather than handling the issue internally only made matters worse. This could be a red flag for United when considering the transfer. After learning from past failed signings, United cannot afford another dressing room problem. Therefore, scouting and due diligence will play a crucial role before making a final decision on this transfer. Louis Saha believes that Alexander Isak, who is in top form in the Premier League, could help Rasmus Hojlund and Joshua Zirkzee develop if he joins Manchester United. The former striker has urged United to sign Newcastle United's Alexander Isak, a high-profile signing from the Premier League, while also suggesting that the Swedish forward could help improve the struggling Hojlund and Zirkzee. However, in reality, United are facing too many issues in both transfers and squad management, turning these two young strikers into burdens for the club. According to Saha, if United were to sign Isak, he wouldn't just bring goals, but would also provide mentorship and support to the struggling young forwards. Speaking on TalkSport, the former French international said, "Alexander Isak has been playing at the highest level for the past 2 to 3 years. He doesn't just score goals, he also creates chances for his teammates. He may not be as prolific in creating opportunities as Harry Kane, but he's the kind of striker who can lead the attack while also helping Hojlund and Zirkzee improve." Saha also compared Isak to Bruno Fernandes, who not only excelled individually, but also elevated his teammates when he arrived at United. When Bruno joined, he made the entire team stronger, not just through his individual performances, but also by the way he supported his teammates. We need a similar impact player in attack. Despite Saha's praise for Isak, the chances of United signing him are close to zero. Newcastle United are competing for a Champions League spot and have reached the domestic cup final, whereas United are sitting 15th in the Premier League, fighting to avoid relegation. Given this situation, there's no reason for Isak to leave a rising team like Newcastle to join an unstable United. Furthermore, Isak is a striker who thrives on independence, using his speed and technique to create goals on his own. Meanwhile, United's problems go beyond their attack. They struggle with tactical cohesion and lack proper support from midfield. Both Hojlund and Zirkzee have failed to meet expectations. Hojlund's goalless streak has stretched to 15 consecutive matches, putting him under immense pressure. According to statistics, he has the lowest average shot count among Premier League forwards who have played at least 432 minutes with an expected goals (XG) value of just 0.20 per game. Beyond his technical struggles, Hojlund's confidence has taken a hit. During a Europa League match against Victoria Plzen, he had a heated argument with Amad Diallo over a missed pass. Similarly, in an FA Cup game against Leicester, he showed visible frustration when Garnacho opted to shoot from a tight angle instead of squaring the ball. With his current poor form, Hojlund's future at Old Trafford is uncertain. According to TalkSport, United's management is considering selling the striker if he fails to improve before the end of the season. Napoli and Juventus are closely monitoring his situation, but United's chances of recouping their £72 million investment seem slim. If his struggles continue, the Danish forward could be offloaded in the summer transfer window. Meanwhile, Joshua Zirkzee has also underwhelmed. He has been criticized for his lack of speed and sharpness, making him almost ineffective against high-pressing defenses. With both strikers failing to deliver, United may have no choice but to search for a world-class number 9 in the summer, rather than hoping for their development.